One of the most common questions I get asked is how do I get the pros into my office? First thing, if you want to catch a whale, you got to go where the whales are. So if you are living in a small city like where I'm from, Tulsa, Oklahoma, it's going to be a little bit harder. The bigger cities, you got your New Yorks. I'm in Dallas, Houston, Chicago, those big cities where the big athletes are at, the big sports teams, that's going to be where they're at. Off season, that's going to be where they're training at. Sometimes you get guys traveling from all over the country, traveling in different areas. So if you happen to be a Bengals fan and you live in Miami, you may find out that one of the guys that you want to work with does train in your city in the off season. So that would be the first thing. Location is going to be a big factor. Sometimes, yes, you get those guys that are scragglers that just happen to live or be from a small city or small town. And yeah, those guys can trickle in, but it's going to be a whole lot harder to get them if you're not where they're at. So if you want to catch a whale, you got to go where the whales are. Second of all, a lot of people, I get messages all the time. How do I get in with the NFL? How do I get in with the PGA Tour? How do I get these NBA guys in? If you don't have the soft tissue certifications and you don't have the background, it's not going to happen. So don't say, oh, I took cupping in grad school. Or, yeah, we learned some grasses in PT, but I did pin and stretch in my clinical internship, so I know it. If you don't have your ARTs, FDM, dry needling, sports backgrounds, then they're just not, it's not going to happen. It's just not. So these guys know their bodies. They know what they want. They know what they need. They know what they like, and they know how you communicate. And you're not going to be very confident, and they're going to see it. Even if you have confidence, I'm sorry, it's pseudo confidence. If you haven't taken these soft tissue courses, then you're just not there. You're not capable of doing what somebody that has this background is capable of doing. I see it on the road. When I'm on the road, I see people constantly all around me that are so much better than me, and I have taken all these courses. So there's so much deeper you can go with all of these things. There's a couple guys that have mentored me here in Fort Worth. They're 1,000 times better at soft tissue than me. So if you don't have these courses under your belt, then you're not going to be anywhere near where you need to be at in order to help these guys out and get them to want to come back and see you. So you may get a guy in once, but if you're not capable of doing the things that you need to do, then it's just not going to happen. Especially if you want to make a big splash in the sports world and stay plugged into it and keep these guys coming in, and that's what you want to do. One of the big certifications I definitely recommend is CCSP. It's Certified Chiropractic Sports Practitioner or Physician, depending on where you live. That is something that is a must-have if you want to be in sports. That's the only way to travel with Team USA. So you get this certification. It's I think 100 hours. Take all the courses, take an exam. That is the only way to get signed up for your 2-week rotation in Colorado Springs or a Lake Placid or Chula Vista. Once you have that cert, you can go set for 2 weeks at one of the Olympic training centers, and then you can start to make your connections there, network there, and get plugged in. That's also a way to be taken a whole lot more seriously in the sports world. So that's a big certification on top of all your soft tissue certs you have. A big thing also, dry needling. Super easy to take. If you don't have that, then you're already behind. If you're saying you want to do sports and you don't have a dry needling, a soft tissue certification, then you're just not there. You can get there, but you got to take these courses. They're not hard. I know they cost money, but if that's what you want to do, that's the way it is. So CCSP, all your soft tissues you can think of, dry needling. There's obviously like your big stuff like SFMA or FMS. Those are certifications that I would also recommend looking out for and trying to make sure you have some stuff under your belt. That way you have something to back it up. You're just not going to know the lingo or even how to communicate or how athletes communicate if you don't have any of that. Soft tissue is something that you can go a million different ways with, but at the end of the day, you're a chiropractor. So these guys are coming to see you to get adjusted. So if you have an MD, a PT, a massage therapist, whatever, however that referral comes to you, then remember those guys are coming to you to get adjusted. So I would say every time I've been out there on the road, whether it be with the local baseball team or out with Team USA or PGA Tour, whatever that is, I've been out there. The PTs and MDs are looking to you so this guy or girl can get adjusted. Whether or not the PT is capable of doing it is a whole different story. And I have been on the road and seen PTs that are better than some of us at adjusting. So you have to be able to adjust. That is key. That's what they're looking at you for. So PT is going to look to you. Hey, can you check his neck out? You may be the baddest dude or baddest chick in the world at soft tissue, but if you can't adjust, then they're not going to turn to you on the road. These guys want to do their soft tissue, so you got to stay in your lane and know your role when you're out there. When they come into your clinic, different ball game. So if you want to impress them with your soft tissue there, that's all game on. Let's go. But when you're on the road, they're going to look to you to adjust. So if you can't adjust, then you're not going to be coming back the next time. That's something they're looking to you for. So know your soft tissues, know how to adjust well. I mean, at the end of the day, you're a chiropractor. We're trying to gear chiropractic more towards this sports route, which I think we fit into. And I think that's what we're best at. And I think that's where we can grow the profession and kind of tweak things and change where our trajectory is headed. So how to get them in. So first of all, you have to have some background and all that. Now on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever you're looking at, figure out what these guys are doing, who they're seeing. So you may notice a local defensive lineman you want to work with works with this massage therapist. Reach out to that massage therapist on Instagram. Hey, I can get you in. I would love to see you. Even go pay for a massage and like strike up conversation while you're getting work done. Doesn't work, go back. Keep trying. It's a grind. It's like anything else. And these guys are connected. These massage therapists, like go see their barber, whatever it may take. Like look up what these guys are doing. I mean, you got time at night. You're sitting there watching Netflix anyway. Like go instead of that, go on your phone. Look up. Oh, I noticed this local dude got a haircut from this guy over here. I'm gonna go get my haircut by him next week. Who knows? A constant grind and digging and finding. So that's one way to get connected. That's kind of a little bit behind the scenes. Number two is going to be reach out to these local facilities that they're working with. There's like local PTs, there's local MDs. It's easy. Google who's the team chiropractor, team chief medical officer for the whatever 49ers, wherever you're at. Look it up wherever let's say you're in Kansas City. Who's the chief medical officer for the Chiefs? Orlando Magic. Look it up. Find out where these guys are at. This is their facility. This is the hospital they're affiliated with. These are the doctors that work under them. These are the providers that work with them. Start digging. Create that network. Yeah, they're going to say no a lot. Get used to hearing the word no. It is what it is. So just keep going. One thing that cannot turn down is persistence. So keep showing up. There's a local CrossFit gym that I really wanted to get in with within the last year. I just kept showing up. This dude did not give me the time of day. He didn't know who I was, didn't know what I've done locally, knows nothing about me. So all I'm going to do is keep showing up. Finally, guess what? One day I show up. I keep texting the guy, emailing the guy. Hey, we're having an open event on Friday night. Went up there and had a blast. The event was fun. We had fun. Tons of good energy, and then we got patients out of it. So you keep showing up, even if it is the local CrossFit. You never know who's connected to who. So start asking these questions and digging. The best way to get in is going to be persistence. Start finding these local guys who they work with, and then pay attention on social media, on all your contacts, your networking, and they're going to know something. So there may be something like a small college showcase in your town, a spring league where some of the guys that have already played are trying to make it back. There's lower level NBA teams and minor league baseball teams. There's all sorts of camps. Hey, I'd love to be your official doctor of your showcase that you got going on. Reach out to these guys. That is how you get connections. That's one of the very first things I did. There's a scout that is local here that I'm good buddies with, really like him, and it's all because I initially did a talent scout showcase where I wanted to be the official doctor. on paper, it sounded cool and it was probably good for my career, but at the end of the day, it was a pretty small event with like no big names there at the time. So keep getting plugged in, and that's how you grow.